Okay, here we go. Okay. So, quickly before I actually start changing anything, I just want to look at everything that I'm doing and remember why I'm doing it and what I need to do next. Because I'm making a video game. Yes, that's why. That's what. Calvin?
Yes.
Is there a way to change the sensitivity of the keys? Like if I wanted the ship to turn slower, there should be a way to do that, right?
How are you doing it in the code? How are you
I don't even remember, actually. I should probably look at it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it's just some sort of transform force thing. Oh, so if I changed this, it would probably change, right?
That would change the right direction.
I have to change both of these, obviously.
Why don't you make something you can change from the inspector?
Oh, okay. I can do that really quick. I'm getting the hang of this. It's really weird. It's weird being like, oh, I know what to do.
Oh wait, no, I know how to do that.
It's going to always be an integer. Oh no, maybe not. Doesn't matter. So long as I always set it to a.
So vector stuff. Vectors are always floats, and you are doing a multiplying by a vector. Vectors have like X, Y, and Z. They're floats.
So I need to make sure that the number that I'm timesing it by is
also a float.
Public float then. Twister. Equals 8. I don't have to say F now. I don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
I do. It's still a.
The number needs to be an F.
Oh, okay.
The variable is just a float always.
All right. So. That should be it, right?
That's good.
Okay. Save. Go back in here. See what that did.
What happened?
What's happening?
Sure, that it's doing what I wanted to do. It didn't seem to. Where's this twister? 8. Maybe let's try 5.
Well, you don't need to restart it.
Oh, I don't?
Yeah, you can, because it
right.
time. It's really useful. Still too fast?
It doesn't seem to actually be changing it very much.
Nope, you gotta put it back on the screen. It doesn't.
Oh, well, that's actually a little slower.
Put it point.
It was at 10.
So put it at 0.5.
Which is this. No, okay.
Put it at 0.5.
But it's timesing it, so wouldn't that make it
half?
Oh, weird. Now when I stop and switch directions, it slowly comes back. You see that? It goes whoop. What are you doing? See? It's weird. You are watching your brain grow, Savart. It's magic.
So you're not setting the torque. You're adding
torque is relative.
Yeah, but you're adding relative torque instead of setting the torque. Is that why?
Is there a way to just set relative torque? Rigid body dot something? Add torque.
No, I don't want to add it.
But relative was important for something, wasn't it?
There's another way to do it. Let's just try
I'd like to fix what I've done here.
Yeah.
So that it makes sense. If somebody else knows what's going on.
Oh, you know what might work? Increase the rotational drag of the object. In the inspector. And the rigid body?
Okay. So put this back to 10, but increase the drag.
Yeah, see what happens.
Angular drag, right?
Yeah. See, some of these things I don't really know either. We just kind of.
Oops, I just accidentally used gravity. Sent my ship falling. Falling.
Oh, yeah, there's angular velocity. We could directly set it.
Oh, is your video not coming through super clear, Smart? That's no good. All right.
How's that? Did it help? That's close to what you want?
I'm not sure if it's much different.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that definitely changed everything. So it is actually affecting it.
Yeah.
Let's try 20. I just want these to be a little more precise than they were.
We feel.
You know? Still feels like I'm kind of moving like on a 16-point axis instead of smoothly. I want the motion itself to be less. Try turning this down more.
You want the motion to be less.
Yeah, I want that. No. That's too much, maybe.
Apparently. How can that be?
That's definitely slower. That's too slow, though.
It's too slow? I think it's probably right.
Still in fixed update? Is that a problem?
It shouldn't be, because we're just holding it down. The only time it would update it is is for the physics movie. That's only if we're gonna not do physics.
Yeah. Have to set some things in there. The smaller asteroids currently
I
are
feel
a
like
little
this
bit.
is a little bit better of a.
Let me,
I
I'm
don't know. I
gonna
like
try
the 35
something.
actually.
I think slower is okay.
I think I got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, remember those settings so that you can bring them across.
It's super easy. Just set twister to 1. And double check that's actually what I like. Because what the other one was doing was it was still letting the ship move in juddery motions. I don't want it to not turn quickly.
You just want it to slowly
I
speed
want
up.
it to I want to be able to make slight adjustments. And I can do that now.
Cool.
I couldn't do that before. I'd be like
Oh, because
missing.
you're always adding velocity, and you're always adding the velocity of 1 now. Those are ridiculously boosted.
Yeah, I have to fix. I'm gonna fix that right now. The medium asteroid. What is wrong with you?
That's too much of an explosion force. Oh, that's something I wanted to look up. See if that's...
Hey, Varf. Yes. It's been a little bit over 2 weeks now, and I went from learning some Java and kind of bouncing back and forth in Unity to trying to make my own little game. It's kind of fun. Hello, Hubris. How are you guys doing? What is everybody up to? Are you all rocking the party that rocks the party? Hi, Star. You're a kitten. Thank you for sharing the seat with me. Yeah. They actually, I don't think they're sharing the same script. I think I just
are sharing the same script and they should be.
Smallest asteroid.
But they're not sharing the same values.
Click on your asteroids. These ones specifically. Yeah, zoom out. There you go. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it says the big asteroid point. Oh, its mass needs to be like.
Wait.
No,
Which one
wait.
works? This one works, right?
That one's
Click
fine.
that one. Then click it. This one here. Sorry.
Point.
Now 90 is right. Those are all good.
Big asteroid hit points are 5.
Oh, you got this set to use kinematic. Don't do that.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why.
That might be the problem.
I
Actually.
accidentally clicked it. That's awesome.
Correct.
No, that wasn't there. Ooh, a puzzle game for your school. That sounds like fun. What kind of puzzles? Small and medium has the same script. Those are fine. It's when you explode those.
Oh, it's because the tiny ones have the wrong mass.
Medium. Those are the smallest ones. I should actually rename that.
Rigid body 1. Yeah, so put this at like 80.
Oh, that would make sense. Lurix, hello and welcome. Yes, we do have standing desks. Technically, they're storage shelves with, we did some DIY stuff to them. Not much. Like, we just kind of gave them a nicer
You're doing great.
covering. Huh, thanks. So it's just the mass was off?
Huh?
The mass was the only thing that was throwing it off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Star.
All right.
Being a
So
good
you're ready to get going with that real thing that you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm ready to start
You
the next
remember-
step. Wait, I was in the middle of something.
No, you finished that.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, you were just adjusting the feel of the ship and stuff like that. But you don't need to be doing that right now. You should be
Okay.
adjusting or thinking about the things we talked about.
Right now, yeah, because we talked about what was going to happen next, and I need to make it so that the asteroids actually spawn and the things
first
they do.
step of that is making them able to come in off of the screen.
Right.
Do you remember what you were going to do to make that happen?
Okay, so now I have multiple asteroid, I have multiple asteroid scripts.
Scripts.
Multiple asteroid scripts. Do I want to create a new script then and apply it to all of them?
No. Why would you want to do that? But you already got that big asteroid. There's one here, right? You're not even using this anywhere. This doesn't even do anything other than destroy the object.
Makes the
Oh, yeah,
small
yeah.
ones destroy.
No.
We need to.
This is
We need
totally
that.
right. So you've got one big one.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks up those things, and you've got this one. It uses
I've
this and
got
breaks up
this
into
one
these
breaks
things.
up into these, which breaks
These-
up into smaller
And they
blocks.
both use the same thing. And then the smaller ones do
They
they
delete.
just delete because they have the
Mhm.
smallest asteroid.
Yeah.
You're all set.
Yeah,
but-
but I don't want the only kind of asteroids to come in from the outside to be the big ones.
Mhm.
We need some variety,
Okay, yeah. So,
right?
but
So
what kind of script? What script are you going to edit? What are you trying to do? Remember what you're trying to accomplish. Tell me what you're trying to accomplish.
I'm trying to get the asteroids
Uh-huh.
to spawn from out here and come in here and then screen wrap.
Once they come in.
Right.
So let's start with editing that screen wrap so we can have them come in from outside.
Okay.
Where are you going to make that edit?
In the screen wrap? No.
Yep.
What?
What? Why would you put it anywhere else? That's what you're turning on and off, right? We talked about this. You figured it out already.
Oh!
You gotta just do it.
I have to do the actual screen wrap code. I didn't realize that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you were. You were totally.
That one is called Beam Me Up. Oh, Star, you want to get down? Or are you just standing up randomly like a weirdo? Come here. Just get on my lap. Come here. Oh, hello, Swanger. Or Keith. I don't know. Whatever words. Slightly smaller one above. Not in here.
Hey, you're not doing anything.
Sorry, I'm trying. Hello, chat. I was paying attention to you. I'm sorry. I will stop that now.
Because then nothing will happen if you just pay attention to chat.
Yes,
You don't
sir.
do anything.
All right.
The hour will go by and nothing
I'm
will
basically I'm getting started right now.
Yes.
This is like my hour start
All right.
moment here. So I need to make it so that this code, which is what makes things screen wrap, it only applies to the asteroids once they're visible. That's right. That's what I need to do. I need to learn how if visible works. If became visible. I bet that's what it's called. Like
It's not an if.
or became. On became visible. That's what it is. Yes, a dancing task, indeed. On became invisible is called when the renderer became visible by any camera. The message is sent to all scripts attached to the renderer. On became visible and on became invisible is useful to avoid computations that are only necessary when the object is visible. So yeah, I have to put in a void thingy thing like this one. Okay, I can just grab that, and then I don't need the enabled equals true. I don't quite know what that even means, or why I would want that in there. But I need a new thing. On became, oh, not visible, invisible.
What? You don't want
No,
to
no, no, I want it to become visible. Right, okay, I got this. Blurb. And I don't want enabled to equals true. I need to make a thing that keeps track, because, oh, right. So the ship is going, or the asteroid is coming from outside the screen. Like if this was the screen, it's coming outside the screen, which is normally a trigger for the teleportation stuff. But the way the teleportation stuff is, it would just basically send it off screen to the other side for infinity. So I need the teleportation stuff to ignore the asteroids until the asteroids become visible. So I need something that remembers that an asteroid has become visible, because since it's going to screen wrap, it's going to also become, it could like become invisible for a brief moment. At which point we don't want it to just disappear randomly. We need the wraparound to constantly be active once it's in place. So on became visible. I needed to set something to remember. I could just assign it an integer, but oh, what was it? You were talking to me. You told me it would be smart to use something else. A Boolean. Because it's basically a 1 or a 0. It's either visible or not visible. Okay, so I need to make a Boolean to remember. Bool is going to be peekaboo. And then void on becomes visible, peekaboo equals true. Oops, there. Peekaboo, peekaboo. There we go. Now I need a new if statement encompassing this entire if statement, saying if peekaboo equals true, then all these things, because everything else will be visible in the same way. Right? Yes. All right. I think so.
So.
Am I wrong?
No, you're doing everything totally right, but unfortunately, this isn't going to work.
Why not?
No, it's totally going to be like a good start. But what's going to happen is you're going to get, the asteroid's going to come all the way to the edge, and it's going to flicker in and out until it gets out of that boundary space, because it will become uninvisible once the first peak of it comes out. As soon as it gets inside of the renderer, it's going to become, peekaboo is going to be equal true.
And it's going to be trying to teleport it.
So we need something else to say, once the whole thing gets inside, then, so this is a good start, but we're not going to be able to use on became visible. And I know what we should do, I think.
Couldn't I just set a timer to make it wait a second and then? Oh no, but we don't want it to, Damn.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. So
We can't give it a real hoop.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of annoying. I'm looking stuff up to see if there's a way to do it easily.
So should I just stop the coding that I'm
No,
already
you
doing?
should totally just put in what you're doing.
But it's gonna be broken.
And we're gonna use something. We're gonna fix it. Just keep going. You almost got it.
Okay.
Finish it up.
If peekaboo equals true, then this. All right, let's save that. I'm not going to be able to test it anyhow. I don't have a thing to spawn stuff with yet. I feel like I'm doing things out of order.
No, you do that sometimes. You start in one place because it won't. The other thing you're doing won't work at all until this works, right?
So this is a good place to start.
Well, spawning them off the screen. Spawning them off the screen does need to happen soon, though.
That should probably be the next thing you do. Because even with this bug, it'll still work. It's just going to flicker as it comes into screen. Might be a nice thing. I don't know.
It might be like a warning.
It might be a feature.
Except it's going to be flickering on both sides. It'll be down here
You
and up
won't
here
see it
flickering,
on the
right?
other side because it'll off. Because it translates across. So it's just going to go.
So it's like a warning. Maybe it'll be cool.
Maybe it'll be cool.
Let's try it.
You never know. So now
this is if peekaboo equals true, then all this happens.
So why did you put the thing there? Are you going to need the where IB's at and the viewport thingy to be run?
I don't know. They were separate from these, so I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay. Well,
I'm just declaring these things.
Yeah, but you're declaring them, checking and doing a conversion, and then setting it. These are still doing stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. This can go right up here then, right?
Yeah, because you don't need to be doing those things if you're doing that. All right, that's good. Save that out.
Let's get going on making them spawn.
Wait, so. Okay. Yep. Nope. Right. Okay.
Good job.
Yay!
And you figured that out earlier, so
I have a
you got to look
solution.
smarter on
Camera. It's like, and this one that I prepared previously. It's like the. Don't look at me like that. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm not looking at you like I don't know what you're talking about. I'm waiting for you to stop talking so we can keep going.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do is spawn asteroids.
Yep.
So to get to that point, we've got to start talking about the trick here in programming.
Yeah.
Is to.
You were like far away.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Stop pacing.
So okay. The trick in programming is to think about what you want and then break it down into tiny components until you totally understand how to make it in code.
Okay.
Right? So let's start doing that. Asteroids. Outside, going in.
I need.
First thing let's start with is asteroids on the outside.
I need a script to call the asteroids. It's not attached to the asteroids, right? I need something to instantaneate them that is not the asteroids
That's
itself.
An excellent start. Let's start with that. Go back into Unity.
There was a little point thing that you made before.
Huh.
A little dot. I can't remember how you did that anymore.
Okay. I did it by going to Game Object and create empty.
Oh, okay.
It's an empty game object. This is an excellent way to do this.
call that something like asteroid spawner.
I want it to be right in the center.
Oh, then change these values and put it in the center. It doesn't need to be, but it can be. It can be anywhere. Click, wait, click.
Papa Asteroid.
All right.
Because there's a Mama Asteroid.
Sure, why not?
And all of them are running to Papa.
Make it all confusing. Okay.
I don't know. I
So,
could call
we got
it.
this.
I could call it Spawn.
No. Just leave it alone.
No, it makes sense to.
Okay. Click back on.
Nope.
All right. Now what's next?
I need to add a script to it.
I want to call it color monster.
No, we don't want to call it color. Cooking reference show reference. Did I threaten to chop Calvin or something? I missed the cooking show reference.
I was doing cooking show.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I don't know if you got it or
No, I was just staring at you blankly at that point, probably. This is a script for making asteroids.
not.
So, make asteroid. Create and add. All right.
Okay. What are you gonna need in this?
Oh, do I want to save changes to the helm?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay, mono-develop your weird.
Yep.
Make asteroid.
All right. What are you gonna do in make asteroid? What's the first thing?
I need to make it instantiate the asteroid.
Okay.
But I need it to be able to instantiate all three
Okay.
in randomness.
Okay.
Ish. But
All right.
I need to be able
So
to adjust
let's
it and control
break
it.
that down. You're gonna instantaneate 3 asteroids.
3 different kinds of
3
asteroids
different
need
kinds
to
of
be
asteroids.
capable of being instantiated.
All right. So how do you instantiate an asteroid? How do you instantiate things?
To instantiate it, I make an instantiate command.
Mm-hmm. And what's like the first thing of that instantiate command? You need to tell it what to instantiate.
Right, like game objects.
Right. So
Right.
Let's start getting those set up so that you'll be able to instantiate them once they are. And maybe you should look at the code that you used previously to instantiate stuff.
What's the game object? Is this one, right? The class?
Here, you instantiate,
Pew pew.
right? And
The
that
bullets, yeah.
goes back to your bullet.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make that set up so that you have some asteroids to reference. You know what I'm saying?
Do I need an if? I'm gonna need an if statement for this because I don't want it to always be doing it, right?
Need so many if statements, it's not funny for this one. But that's not the point. I'm trying to get you to do one thing.
And I'm not trying to get you to copy that.
What do you want me to do? I'm confused.
What are you instantiating? Asteroids. Just
Right.
answer questions. And I ask you, answer questions.
The asteroid.
Right. So let's get those referenced.
You want me to make things like pew pew. You need me to make 3 publics, 1 for each size asteroid.
Yes. So we have
Okay.
something. I'm trying to start at the beginning, little pieces, tiny parts. So we have things to build with. The first thing you want to do when you're starting off a new script is kind of like go, all right, what am I going to need for this? Oh, I'm going to need a counter and a da-da-da, right? And you start getting those pieces from the beginning. You got to declare what kind of variable
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Game objects. Public game object. Just asteroid.
So Also, you don't have to write the public game object every single time.
Why not?
Because you can use commas and declare multiple ones in a row.
Oh yeah.
Just to save you some writing time
It's
next time.
smart. I should do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin, for the art, can they be asteroids?
No, I'm not
Oh.
making that.
You know,
No?
but
Yeah, I got you. I figured out what you wanted. Sorry.
why not?
Because I'm not making that.
I don't know if I want you to be my artist
I
anymore.
know.
We obviously have creative differences.
Okay, so
Oh, fine. Okay,
so
so I have game objects now.
right. Now,
The question is, don't look at all sorts of other stuff. You gotta focus, Alex.
I'm
You're focusing.
fine.
Okay. You're not
Wait a
though.
second. I was just checking to see if.
Okay,
Fine.
so
All right. You're so strict
I know.
with me.
it's because you lose focus really quick.
I was checking to see how much time had passed.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, what do you want to do? You want to randomly pick one of those to spawn?
There needs to be some rhyme and reason to it.
All right.
So-
So let's find out. So let's say that we're going to at some point figure out how many asteroids are on screen. Or when we spawn one, we add to a counter of how many asteroids are on screen. And
And
that
when they
won't work.
that won't work because then when they die, they split into
They-
4, and that makes chaos.
Yeah.
I would personally, what I would do
What do you want? How about
is I would assign each type of asteroid a value
Okay.
and keep a running tally of what the value is of all of those asteroids. And if it is below a certain threshold, you add more.
Okay.
And then as it gets harder, the threshold gets lower, or whatever, or higher.
All right. Let's start off with a timer. Okay. This is my idea: is that if otherwise you're going to have this checking for threshold thing happen all the time, and you don't want that to happen. So let's start off by building a like half a second timer that runs inside of update every half a second.
A timer that only runs every half second?
Yeah,
How do you even
so
do
like-
that? What do you mean?
Okay. So you've done a timer before.
Yeah, I did a timer, but I didn't do a time. Like I did a timer that just kept going.
Where did that timer go?
It's not in any of these that I pulled up. It's in bullet. That's in another one. You just go over here. Or yeah, over there.
Oh, it's draw partners because you're weird naming, which you're totally allowed to do.
Draw partner.
All right. So you've got this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's start with that. Get this built up over there and the other one.
But have it check instead of for 2 or whatever.
0.5.
0.5, exactly.
Okay. So I have a float called Time Flies.
Mm-hmm. Good.
You're doing time flies. Plus equals time flies, 0.5.
This thing was pink for a second. I was trying to figure out why, but it's fine now. It was weird.
You need the brackets for the if statement.
Mm-hmm.
So the trick here is to reset the timer once it goes past 0.5. That's easy.
See, I'm a programmer, guys. I got this.
So now,
All right, so could because
Drives me crazy
okay.
with those.
Sorry, I'm still not very good
So-
at keeping everything clean or whatever.
so do you get what this does?
Right now, this is saying time flies, which is a float, which basically means it's a number that can have just about any kind of number inside of it. It's called time flies, and it equals the amount of time in seconds between frames plus itself, which means it doubles. Okay.
Well, yeah, it increases.
It increases, it grows.
Uh-huh.
And then once the time dot delta time has accumulated to half a second, it's going
Time
to
flies. Yeah.
time flies accumulates the delta time.
Mm-hmm.
Once that is greater than a half second, time flies resets its value to 0 and starts over again.
Right. So this is
Right?
useful because
Anything else inside of that if statement is
Well-
only going to run every half second.
Will also run every half second.
So
I
that's
see.
super useful
Okay.
because now we can make sure that this is only checking for asteroids every half second. It's not doing that all the time because the coding here might be complicated because we're going to do some things.
We have lots of asteroids.
We have lots of asteroids.
Oh, excuse me.
I am going to make this much easier on you, and we're going to go and rename our asteroids. Okay?
Okay.
Or we can just use these names,
I do want to rename them because the one that
the
is
prefab ones. Those
Yeah,
don't matter.
where are
Prefab
they?
ones do.
Yeah, medium is the smallest. I want to rename that.
I think you should rename them in a way they're easy to organize and understand. So,
Can I just rename them, bam, right here, and that won't mess anything up?
yep. Yes, you can. It automatically, even though you're renaming them, it automatically changes all their links to
The
everything.
small one is now a Sasteroid.
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 Uh-huh.
Basteroid. No, a Masteroid.
Okay. What's that one?
Small, medium, a Lasteroid.
Asteroid.
Why is that so funny?
It's not. I don't know what's wrong with you. So,
Oh, you're mean.
I'm
Poopy head.
so sorry.
You
It's
were
not funny.
giggling too.
I'm giggling at you laughing hysterically.
Sasteroid.
Okay.
It's the sassy asteroid, a master asteroid, and a laster asteroid.
Okay.
I'm just amused. Leave me alone.
All
All right, so those have all been renamed.
Okay.
Can I also rename scripts, or is that a big deal?
No, we don't need to rename scripts.
But can
Well,
I? I'm
you
just curious.
And I
Like
don't,
this one is called Big Asteroid.
if you rename them there, you got to rename them here. So let's just leave that alone for
Ah,
right now.
interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
Let's leave that
Okay.
alone for right now.
No, that's good to know.
Okay.
So now what?
Okay. Now we know that those are those names, so go back into your script for
The spawning thingy.
Yep. I
I'm
should
gonna
probably rename these game objects that I made too.
Huh?
Oh, well, you can do that.
So the next thing that you're going to do is we're going to use this thing. It's a part of the game object class called find.
Fine.
So look up Unity game object find.
This is probably going to be a couple episodes before we have asteroids spawn. Just so you know.
This is complicated.
Unity scripting game object dot find. All right, find a game object by name
Oh, did I do this wrong?
and returns it.
Shoot. Okay.
No game object can be found.
This won't work. That's not what I want.
Go into the game object and see what other options we have.
This one we're going to have to use. We can find game objects. This is the key right there. Objects. We want to find multiple game objects with a
Oh,
particular tab. So we could find right now. We could find out how many bullets are on screen because we've tagged them. So you're gonna have to go and tag these asteroids and stuff. But what it does is it does a lot of things you've never seen before. So respawns equals game object, find game objects with tag respawn.
For each object respawning respawns instantiate. Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
this is interesting because, like, okay, so we're finding multiple objects, and what it does is it returns this. It's not a game object. It's a game object array.
I don't know what an array is.
Okay. So think about it like this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You can have an array of any kind of variable. Okay.
Okay.
And what it is it's a bucket. Okay. And inside that bucket, let's say it's an array of floats.
Okay.
You have an array of 27 floats. Okay. That means inside of this bucket that is an array, you have 27 floats. If you have an array of game objects, you have an array with a certain number of game objects inside of it.
Okay. I think I understand.
Okay. So you use the brackets to denote that something is an array.
That's
Okay.
definitely always an array.
It's always an array. Okay. So what this
You're
lets
welcome,
you do
Swinger.
is all kinds of cool things. But I don't know how to find them from in here. We're going to go into it. Let me see another example. This one might be useful. I'm just using for eaches. Here's the useful thing. Goss. Oh, this is a horrible, stupid script. Why is it? It's
No,
in
it's in C#
C# and it does it in this. That's
Maybe
really
it still
annoying.
works. What is Goss?
Maybe it's in
Game object send or something like that?
what the hell? They don't have the right thing there. That's stupid. Okay.
Anyhow.
So I was going to show you a thing, but they don't have it. So we're going to do it this way. Right in here, let's make an array of game objects.
So do I declare it as a game object first?
It's a game object type.
That's a class, right? A game object C,
Yep.
not P.
Yep. Okay. But you're going to make it an array. So at the end of it, put those double brackets.
Oops, these.
Yeah. Put them right next to it, so it's not far away.
I don't know what it's done.
Okay.
Really.
And then we'll both press the buttons. Then name it something like all asteroids.
I name it after the brackets?
Yep, like it's a normal variable. Well, you can't put a space in a variable name. Perfect. Now we're going to fill that bucket of game objects with the output of final objects with tag.
So I need to tag things first.
Well, you don't need to tag things first, but you can tag
Okay.
them afterwards.
What do I need to? How do I fill this?
This way. Like this. This thing right here.
You made a weird noise
I'm sorry.
in your throat. It's okay.
This.
So I was giggling. All right. Game object. Find game object with tag. How does that?
That is a function that you're calling that outputs an array of game objects.
Just this right here.
That's a function. Yep. All right. Now tell it what tag you want to look for.
Asteroids?
Whatever you want. Whatever tag you want.
Like, is that what this is? I'm trying to. I don't understand how I'm filling this game object with the brackets.
Okay. Standard function stuff. Super standard function stuff, right? So you look at this. It returns an array of game objects.
So it
And you're sending
automatically
it-
becomes an array.
And you're sending it a string tag. Its type is an array of game objects. Just think of it as another type of variable. It's a modified variable.
So any game object, anything that I do after this array has been declared, goes into it?
No. Don't do the okay. No. Ready?
I think I'm ready. I'm scared. No.
You're creating new variables up here. You're doing game object is the type.
Right.
These are the names.
Right. I get that. I understand how that works.
You're doing the same thing here.
This game object
array
array
is the type.
Is named asteroids.
Name asteroids.
So this is an entirely separate game object thing.
No. Yeah, this is you're accessing the base class game object.
Right.
Calling a function in it. Right?
Right.
And then here, you can see what you're going to have to do with it. You can say it returns a game object array, just like many other functions return things.
I've just
And it
never
asks
seen it
for-
say an array before, so I'm
It's exactly the same as it's saying a normal variable. That's all.
okay.
And then you're sending it
The tag, whatever I tag everything else
as
with, is a string. So I need this to just basically be go team.
Don't make it complicated. Make it something like asteroids. The other one is bullet.
Rocks.
Rocks. Perfect.
There. Okay.
All right.
So how does that get sent to the game object asteroids thingy?
Indeed.
Hey, Chewy. Dude, I haven't seen you forever. How are you? I'm learning the program, so I might be a little grumpy. Okay, so Calvin.
Yeah. You asked me a question, and you know the answer.
Okay,
What's the question again?
whatever. I don't care anymore.
Okay, what's the question?
Making a new tag right now.
Okay, sounds good.
Except I don't know what I just did. No. Tag, untag, add tag. Elements. How do I add new tags? Does it just automatically create a new field?
You're there in the create tag thing.
Calvin.
You left it now. Add
Calvin,
tag.
you are not helping by looking into the past. I
How
need
did
you
you
here in the present.
create a bullet tag?
Okay.
You put it in there.
Does a field open up after?
Okay,
How?
this is interesting. Ready? Tags
Yeah.
is an array of strings. It has element 0, which is bullet. It's a size of 2. You just made it 2, so you need to give it. There you go. Now you have a bullet and rocks in your array of tags. Now you can assign things rocks.
Do I have to hit enter to save it?
Yeah, probably. Good.
Chewy, oh, you should learn to program with me. I've got a blog. There's a horribly JPEG kitten wizard at the bottom of this video, and it's my blog up to date. So if you want to catch up, you can start making this awesome game with me that I'm inventing. It's oh so very, very original. Calvin is an awesome teacher. He gets fed up with me sometimes, but even then he's still good and helpful. He just paces a lot more and runs off and stuff. All right, so now I have those. All right, so now I have a new tag called rocks, and I'm giving that to all 3 of the asteroids.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. Sounds good.
Now that I've done that, I have lots of rocks.
Okay. So back in your little script there.
Yes, sir. I have
Remember-
rocks.
Remember what? Okay, good. So what you're trying to do is take the output from that function and assign it where?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes, you do. You just stop trying. I'm not going to help you.
No, I'm thrown off by this whole array thing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
All an array is a different kind of array. What do you normally do when you call functions? Find another function that you call and see how you use it.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to do anymore. I'm off track.
Okay. The idea that we're going about here is we're going to find out how many rocks are currently on the screen.
And that's why we made this little timer thingy so that we're not checking a bajillion times a second, but just every half a second.
Yeah.
So we want to say if time flies half a second, something, 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 it resets to 0, so it'll time itself again. And it can also do other things. I also want it to what?
We're going to do all kinds of things. First thing you need to do is get that area of rocks filled up with all the rocks that are in the scene.
You're speaking crazy language. I don't know what you mean. The first thing I need to do is put the array into this if statement. What?
Okay. Viewport thingy is a variable of type vector3.
Mm-hmm.
The camera dot world to viewport point is a function, and we send it the where IB's at.
Which is the transform position of the object. Yes.
And it returns a vector3, and we assign it to this. This is how functions work. Look at this. We've done this a billion times. You totally know what's going on.
Okay.
Function, send in that, returns a vector3.
Right.
Do you see how we're setting the vector3?
Kind of, yeah.
Where?
Technically, you're setting it up here.
No, you're not. We're setting the output of this to viewport thingy via this equal sign.
Okay. So
the same way we've been doing it for like a billion times.
So then in make asteroid here.
Yes.
I want to do the same thing.
They're all over the place. This one here is an instantaneate. It outputs a game object. You assign it with equals. This would do the same exact thing, except we're going to make it a game object array.
Right.
Go back in there.
So what I want to do, there. So what I want to do is I want to actually do.
Well, first off, hold on a second. These you don't want up there. That's the big trick. Right, you want these in here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, smart. That might actually help me a lot, is to kind of have my to-do list. Because you keep telling me new information, and everything that has just been happening in my intentional just kind of goes, what am I doing?
Okay, just like in these other places.
Game object, find game object with tag rocks. Okay, so
and it returns what?
It's going to return the 3 objects that I have that are labeled with rocks.
It's going to return as many of them as are on the scene. So if it's spewing out tons of asteroids, it's going to return all the asteroids that exist.
I see. Okay.
Which is great, because we'll know how many asteroids are currently in the scene.
All right. So then I want to do another if statement?
No, because you haven't signed the output of this to anything. That's what I've been trying to get you to do.
Oh, you want me to say equals?
No, you can't put the equals over there.
Why not?
Because things work in a particular direction the same way they've worked from the beginning of this whole lesson, in JavaScript and this and everything. You assign things in a particular order. The same way you've been doing it from
asteroids equals game objects?
Yes.
This
You're
way.
taking it, the output of this and into that. You've done it a million times.
Yeah.
And this is the only way to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to remember this. No, I'm serious. This is serious.
I know, I understand.
You got to remember this. This is how this is done. You'll do this over and over and over and over again. This means something.
Here's part of what's happening. I've noticed this throughout the lessons. Is I'll get something. I'll understand how it works. You'll talk to me about stuff that I need to do, but the way you tell me about it and the way I have to think about it at that point makes me not know what the hell I'm doing. It's a very interesting thing that's happening. I'm seeing it happen over and over again. Like,
okay.
You're like, you need to do this vague hint at what you need to do, and all of my brain goes, what is he trying to tell me to do? You know, instead of
Right.
I don't
You don't want to be doing that.
see
You want to
this,
be thinking about what you're trying to accomplish and how to
Exactly.
code.
Yeah, my
I'm not
brain.
trying to give you hints. I'm saying figure it out.
Right. Yeah, but and what happens is my brain. Oh my gosh, Hobbs, you're adorable.
Your
Roly
brain.
poliest weirdest kitten.
Okay. So now you have an array of asteroids, and that's pretty awesome.
Okay, so all of the asteroids that are in existence, which is currently 2, it will pick up on. So then I need to say something.
So let's see what's inside asteroids. Dot. All kinds of good things. Let's see.
Okay, so this is all of the different things that are possible to do.
What is this?
Length.
The length. This is the length of the array. This is what
Isn't
you're
that like
gonna
how
use.
many letters?
No,
What do you mean
for
length?
this,
What does length mean?
in an array, it's the amount of stuff in it.
The number of objects. Ooh!
So let's right now, to test this out, print that every half second. So this is going to run every half second. Let's just print out the length.
Asteroids length. Okay. Hobbs, you're adorable. So if I just do print and then asteroids.length in parentheses, that should work, right?
Yeah, that'll probably work.
Okay.
Let's
Save.
go test it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Let's go test it.
Okay. This might be horrible. Okay.
Click on. Oh, you didn't play it.
Oh, weird.
Or you pressed it twice or something. Oh, look! Every half second, there's
Two.
Shoot one of those apart.
5. Yeah, that totally works. Seven, 6. Cool.
So what you could do is wait until there's a less than a certain amount, and then spawn new asteroids.
Ooh, that one bumped into me.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds like that might work.
I need to make it so that the asteroids do damage to my ship and do all the things.
Yeah, we'll get to that. One thing
So
at a
much
time.
stuff to do. It's funny how any job you have, you assume there's far less work involved, like before you get into that job, than there actually is. Like people don't, like if you've never been a waiter or a waitress, you don't know half of what goes on. If you've never been in IT, you don't know half of what goes on. And I had no idea going into making this game all of the things that were involved in making something move and work and exist. It's very interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So now.
Okay. So we know that that works.
All right. So let's do a check to see. Let's get a max amount of asteroids in the whole thing. Let's make that a changing value so that you can update the difficulty, like you were saying.
What's the changing value? Wait, whoa. So you lost me. I don't know what's going on anymore again.
Okay.
All right, the next step
Mm-hmm.
is to make it have a limit that is publicly accessible. All right, let's do that. You keep going like beyond that one piece.
Nope, that's exactly what I just said.
Okay.
So
It
that's
needs
exactly what you should do.
a limit. So if asteroids.length is greater than, no, is less than, it should be less than, if there's too few things.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
Oh, hello, Via. Welcome to me learning the games, programming this. Less than. See, but this is still, it's not caring about if they're little asteroids or big asteroids.
Yep. Well, we can fix that.
We can.
Yeah.
Easily?
No.
Hmm.
But for right now, let's do this so that we can get on to spawning asteroids. And
Okay.
if you want to come back and change this later, if it needs to happen,
If it's less than 0, less than 6.
Right.
If it's less than 6, then I want it to instantiate something.
Yeah. But we're gonna have to figure out exactly what we want to instantiate eventually here.
You can't write an if statement like that.
Well, I'm not done.
Well, yeah.
I forgot the things.
You've got the things and you put a semicolon in.
Hey, I'm, at least I put in a semicolon.
Yeah.
Semicolon, blah. Oh, you're taking a basic C# class. Awesome. Yeah, I did a tiny little bit of Java at the beginning of this just to kind of get an idea of how code works, and I was curious if Code Academy would be the way to go. But I'm really enjoying this Unity stuff, and I think I'm just going to go straight C#, Unity, making little games till I understand what the heck I'm doing kind of thing.
You seem to be having more fun with it.
I totally enjoy making games more than I do enjoy taking little snippets of stuff.
Right. So you got that.
Anything I might want to change and balance later, I should make a public variable. That is very good advice, Florence. I should do that with this number.
Mm-hmm.
If asteroids dot length, so I need the length, that number 6 needs to be a new, it can be an integer, right?
Yeah, it should be. Like this integer. Because it's never going to be a half of a game object.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, Unity is free as well, via. So there's no reason not to grab it and give it a try. Integer is going to be spawn. What's the line? Oh, raccoon. I don't think those count as games. Yeah, exactly. No more Justin Bieber. Thanks for reminding me, Fawful. That was horrible. Although, yeah, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what to call this this integer. Spawn cap. Yeah, thank you. I was trying to think of the word. Like I had a word I wanted to use, you know? I am a little bit. Spawn cap equals 6.
Mm-hmm. No.
No, it's not a focus. It's an integer. Okay.
You're done with that one. There you go.
And then here I put spawn cap.
Perfect. Okay, so now we know that we want, this is where we're going to start doing the beginnings of stuff. So let's get it cleaned up there. All right. Now comes the difficulty. What kind of thing do you want to spawn?
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah,
Look, no, look, somebody's learning.
That's cool.
That's good. I'm glad. I hope that they're helpful, even just a little bit. At the very least, I can look like an idiot so you can feel smart. I'm totally cool with that. Wait, okay, so what am I doing, Calvin?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Try to run a stream and be cool and, like, awesome person is.
So what's happening inside that if statement?
That if statement is saying if the number of asteroids, basically,
Well, I know what it's doing.
is
Yep.
less than 6,
You know what
we
it's doing.
want
I know what
it
it's doing.
to spawn more asteroids.
All
Which
right.
means we want them to instantiate.
Okay.
But I don't want them to just instantiate one kind of asteroid.
All right.
Is that where I should start, though?
No. Let's find out.
I want to, if I can, I want it to spawn.
So how do you want it to do it? You want a random one of those?
What?
Do you want a random one of these?
No, maybe. I want, for the most part, I want it to be heavily large and medium-sized ones, and only occasionally smaller-sized ones.
Okay, we can do that.
Or just large and medium-sized ones.
Okay, we can do that too. Okay, so what you're going to want to learn to figure out how to do that.
They're all calling me cute.
Yeah, you're the right.
Thanks,
Um,
guys.
So,
I'm bliss.
Focus.
No!
Focus.
Okay, yes.
Focus.
I'm Indiana Jones.
listen to me. What you're going to want to learn to figure out how to do this is something called random.range.
Random range.
So look that up.
Okay, I will look that up. I have music playing in my head. Ooh! Random.facts. Random.nextint. Random.randint. Google knows I'm searching for programmer thingies. No, Kitty does not focus well. I'm not good at this.
I've seen you focus really well.
I can focus really well.
Not able to focus while you're socializing.
Not good
You
at.
feel like you're socializing while you're streaming, but it's good that you're streaming because that makes you do it every day. So,
Calvin, you got called cute too.
whatever, I'm not paying attention.
If you don't like being called cute, don't do that, guys. Stop it. Returns a random float number between a minimum and maximum inclusive. What is inclusive? Including whatever that maximum number is. Aha, okay, that makes sense. Okay. I don't know how this helps me.
All right, let's play a game. I have a dice. Okay. We're playing a dice game, and we're gonna figure out whether I hit or don't hit.
Okay.
And if I get above a 5, which means a 5 or a 6 on this dice, then you've hit.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep. All right.
That's how you're
You're
gonna do this.
good at explaining these things.
I'm trying to do it in a way that you have to figure it out. So.
I appreciate that because I am very much kind of lost and floating in the ether that is all of the stuff. It's possible that I don't know about, but I still want to be able to understand and grasp what's happening. So this random range thing, it has an example here that says vector 3 position equals new vector 3. This is random.range from negative 10f to 10f. Then there's like a bunch of commas and more random ranges and shit. So, oh, I said shit. I'm a bad person. Trying to make this like good for all ages. I apologize. I slapped myself. If you're watching this and you're under the age of 14, slap your hand like that right now. Not that age has anything to, whatever. Anyhow, if your mother doesn't like you cursing.
So lost.
I'm waiting for you.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I told you how to do it. You figured out how to do it. Now implement it. You learn how to do it at the random and do it yourself. Don't get me to do everything for you. You got it. You can do this.
Okay.
You figured out the information. We talked. Now figure out how to put it in there.
I get that it returns a, okay. I'm going to do this all wrong. It's going to be horrible, and Calvin's going to be like, what are you doing? It's okay, though. Hey, Bob! I'm making asteroids that spawn. I don't know what I'm doing. Calvin's thrown me to the wolves.
Because you're not focusing.
Oops.
If I don't make you do it, you won't tell.
Alright, so
Making the program
random range gives me a number between whatever and whatever if I put it in here. I honestly don't know why I need this. Like, I understand what it does, but I don't see how one of these is going to. Oh wait. Oh! I know what I'm doing. All right, so I need a number count that provides me with 3 different outputs. Like I need to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 to 6.
Okay, like a roll of the dice.
Like the roll of a dice, and I can set it so that if it's anywhere between 1 and 3, it spawns a large. Between 4 and 5, the medium, and on 6, the small.
Sounds like a plan.
So I need to figure out how to do that here. All right, so I have a random range. I did this in Java. This is the last place that I did something like this.
Yeah, you did already.
So if random dot range 1 through 6 it's not an if statement yet, obviously, then do these other things, which is going to include else if statements. And another else if statement. Just to break down and make sure that I remember what the heck I'm doing. Okay. Do we have a swears filter? I know we don't let you say the word Minecraft or spatula. Are there actual swear words in our filter too? Well, when we run those super shows, I could see that happening. Like when there's like thousands of people in here watching us play games with other indie devs around for like 24 hours. Kind of needs small amounts of censorship. Maybe, but no, I thought we had the move. Whatever. Anyhow, I'm coding. Stop it, chat. Fired. I hire you back. I need you guys. All right. If random.range 1 through 6 is equal to or less than 3, well, not 33, 3, less than or equal to? Which way do you do things? How do you math? Less than or equal to, then in game object class dot, no, not dot. Maybe it is dot. Instantiate.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Why don't you look at your other instantiate code so you know what you're doing?
I was close. I wanted to see if I could remember how to do it.
All right. Well, I don't start instantiating things yet, because we need to figure out before we instantiate it. We need to figure out where we're going to position it.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I'll just be like, this is where, comment out. This is for large asteroid. Else if, oh, and then this just needs to be an else statement. Else if random.range Calvin,
yeah.
I don't want to call random.range again because then it'll re-roll, right?
No, you definitely don't. You
Yeah.
only call it once.
Right. So
So probably shouldn't be in there. What is?
so what I want this to actually, yeah, I want this to be up here.
Whoa, no. Whoa. Where do you want it to happen?
No. Wait.
Okay. So what is it?
Hold on.
Paste it somewhere so you can see it. There it is.
Not right. I need that to have a name so that I can call its name in here instead of.
Why don't
Right?
you don't want to give it a name because it's a function. You're calling it a function. See how it's a function? You have parentheses, just like this is a function.
Okay.
And you're sending it information just like you're sending this information.
So I want to name something else as information.
What does it output
A number,
specifically?
a random number.
You're using integers because you haven't set it for floats.
Right.
It is range. It takes an integer min, integer max, and it
Mhm.
outputs.
Another integer.
So just like this one, we just did this, and I remember I said you have to remember this is super important.
Right.
Function.
Yeah.
Sending
So I
your
just
thing,
I need to assign it
outputting.
a name that equals whatever it
It's
comes
not
up
a
with.
name though. It's a variable. It's a variable of type integer. You can also use floats if you want, but use integers. That's what we'll do.
What?
It's not a name. It's a variable named.
Right.
You're
It's a
taking
variable
the
that is
output-
just a name.
You're taking the output of it and dumping it into the value. But you have to declare the variable. Okay.
Don't I do that up here somewhere?
So,
I need to do that up here.
no, you don't.
Why would I want to do that in here?
Because you don't use pick a size anywhere else in your whole project. You only use it below this.
Inside this if statement.
Uh-huh.
So
So you don't need to do this here. So you're actually you've done a little bit too much work here. What you can actually do is that you can declare it and then equate it. The same way you're doing it here. You declare it and you equate it.
so I can
in fact,
say
this line here, just like that, integer variable name equals value is
Yeah.
the same as type variable name equals value.
Okay. So I can still put I just need to put all of this inside of there with the name attached.
The only thing, no,
The variable name.
no,
The named variable attached?
no.
No.
What I'm trying to get you to do is make this an integer.
That was a really, really roundabout way
No.
of doing that.
No. It was not. Because what I'm trying to show you is you do
You-
it here
you know,
like this, you
ready?
do it
Ready?
here like
This
this.
is-
Now what's wrong with this one?
You should have said something is missing and then left me alone. Because I didn't know what information you were looking for.
I'm trying to get you to notice a broader concept. Because if you get the broader concept,
Why is this
you won't
pink?
because it's being screwy here. You've got all kinds of fun stuff here. You got to fix that.
Whoa, caps lock. Okay. Pick a size. You got free stuff today, Bob? Free stuff is awesome. What did you get? Large asteroid. Else if. Pick a size. Oh no, wait. I want. If pick a size. Equal to 3 large asteroids. Else if pick a size equals, if I wanted to just equal 1 or 2 numbers, a comma between the two,
Nope. But
how do I do that? Because I've got, I have to make my brain figure it out. I can do it. I thought would have been an easy solution.
okay.
How about that?
There is, I understand what you mean. There's a way to get this to work.
Yes, there
You're
is.
not
I've
doing
done
it
it
right.
before, but I'm not doing it right.
You just want to do it wrong? Just for fun?
No, why would I want to do it wrong?
No, well, I mean, either figure it out and get these to go in the right descending order so that they work, or you can hack it to just function.
You look like you want to hack it to just function.
I can teach you a new thing if you hack it to just function, which I've taught you before, but you're probably forgotten. All right, so you could do like 4 or pick a state.
Oh, that means or? Oh.
The Boolean or. It means this side can be true or this side can be true, then that returns a true.
Cool.
So if either of those is true, it will always return a true.
Interesting. Was that the thing you wanted to show me?
Yep.
I like it.
There you go.
Thank you.
So now your bottom one can be else because it's going to be a 6.
I
Right?
already did that.
Good job.
I knew that one was going to be an else. So
So you're all set. You've got your random selectors. Save it out. See if it compiles.
Well, I don't have it telling anybody to do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, I know. See if it compiles. Make sure it
Private field beat me up that peekaboo is a sign. Oh, that's from a different script. Assignment in condition express is always constant. Did you mean to use equal equals instead of equals?
double click on it. See what that is. No, not like that. Go back to here.
Oh.
Double click on this. It takes you right to that thing. You totally did mean to. You don't actually need that true there. Get rid of that whole spot. Normally you would make a Boolean is equals equals, an assignment is just an equals. But you don't need a true there because peekaboo is a Boolean.
It's checking to see if it is true or not. And I'm saying it is true if void cameras.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Cool beans.
Save that.
Yes, hack the planet. Save this. That should make that morning thing go away. It did.
Good.
Awesome. If I click this clear button, that actually clears everything on here, right?
Yeah. So, okay, that works. How are you on time?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to keep going?
I don't know that anybody. It's hard to tell unless people retweet. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of retweets over here. For some reason, there's a lot more action happening on my own personal site compared to what's it called?
Wow, your words are gone, aren't they?
Yeah.
You mean Twitter?
Robot Loves Kitties. Yeah, on my personal Twitter versus Robot Loves Kitties. I'm doing it, huh? Yeah, it's exciting. Are you saying that everybody in chat are the Lost Boys and Calvin is Peter Pan? Feel more like there's a whole bunch of Peter Pans in chat. Okay,
I prefer Rufio. Get cool.
Rufio, yeah, he's cool. All right, that's true. Rufio was like
10 times cooler.
way cool. Yeah, it's true. Can't deny it. It's definitely been beyond an hour, but I don't know how much beyond an hour because I started a little late. How does it say? Oh, there's a timer here. There it is. It's been like an hour and a half.
Why don't you call it quits? You're kind of spaced now.
I am
Becoming
really
difficult to
sleepy
teach you.
beepy. Becoming difficult to teach. For some reason, it made me want to grab things off my desk and just throw them at you.
Yeah. That's what we mean.
Oh, is that what you meant? All right, so cool. I guess that's everything that I'm going to make today. What did I actually do, though? I made all of this.
You prepped a lot
Did
of
I?
stuff. Sometimes
Okay.
that's what it is.
This game object, large, medium, and small asteroid thing that I declared at the very beginning here,
Yeah.
I'm not even using this. Will I be
You
using
are-
it later?
Yeah. You got those ready to use. This is the first big thing that you're making. Like this is the first big chunk of code. The next thing that you're going to be doing next time is you're going to be creating a function to find a location to spawn this asteroid.
Oh.
Because you're going to be spawning different types of asteroids, and you're not going to want to do all the code to find their random spot over and over and over again. You're going to call out from another spot. So this is your
I have
first,
no idea what you're
right?
saying.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be a big thing.
All
like
right.
you're doing, this is your first big chunk of code. So.
All right.
And it all relies on each other, and it doesn't do anything until you finish it. So it's okay, but your individual pieces so far are working. So you're on the right path.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Next thing on my to-do list is